Hello, is anybody still here? That was so frustrating, and I'm so disappointed. We were having such a good time, and then YouTube just stopped working. And it's not because I didn't have any internet. The internet connection was strong. The upload and the download speed was fine. It just stopped letting me stream, and I don't understand why. But so I can see that some of you are still here or coming back, and that makes me very happy. And I'm sorry, I know somebody gave me a super chat in the last session, and then everything, yeah, and then shortly after that, everything ended. So I'm sorry, I'm not going to get to your question because I didn't have a chance to read it before it stopped working. So for all of you who have come back now, thank you so much for coming back. And for everybody who's just showing up now or maybe watching this in the future, welcome back. It's Sunday Sofatime Live for the second time, or the second time tonight. And I'm answering your questions. And so thank you, HA. Thank you, Superstaria Knows How. Thank you, Nisha. Thank you, Drew. Thank you, Grayson. Thank you, Eka Mouse. Thank you, Silver Rabbit. Thank you, everybody, for coming back. Superstaria Knows How writes, Mercury retrograde strikes again. When did it strike the first time? I missed it. Jeff Warden, thanks for coming, Jeff, writes, love Sofatime. Robert Chancer writes, hi, some people are stuck on another attempt. So Robert, what do I need to do to stop that? Let me see if I can get that one to, how can I get rid of that one? Wait, can I do this? Edit. Can I delete it? Sorry, I'm sorry that I'm looking at something else right now. I just want to make sure that the people who still want to participate know that we're back online. And there's another, there's something else, like I tried another one too. And so I think some people are thinking that that one's still going on. So that's what I'm trying to do right now is I'm trying to delete it. Here we go, delete. So that one will be deleted. So hopefully you guys are all still here, good. Is there another way that I can like share this? Yeah, all right. I'm gonna copy the link here and post it on Facebook, and then I will give you guys my undivided attention again. And thank you again for coming back. All right, just a few more clicks. By the way, the thing that finally made it start working again is I downloaded Chrome. Hold on. It's working, come back. I just posted this on Facebook, so hopefully that will help some people as well. One Great Chef 123 asks, is this travel talk or how not to make a live chat? Very funny, yeah, I know. And it was going so well. And the last like 20 minutes or 15 minutes have been so frustrating. Adam Abdul Alim asks, what time is it? It's 10 to 9 in the evening. Barry, hi Barry. Hello, Morgan. Going to Bermuda May 5th on the Escape, and I know you were just there not too long ago. Is there a must-see I should do? Well, you know what, Barry? Watch the videos I made when I was there, and then decide from those things what you think you want to do. I think that's the best way to do it because, you know, a definite highlight for me was Horseshoe Bay, but I don't know if you like to hang out at the beach. So but that might be one thing that you would be interested in. And just watch those videos. You'll learn how to get around. You'll see what I did, and maybe some of that stuff will be really interesting for you as well. Thanks again, everybody, for coming back. Like I said, we started this once already, and then YouTube stopped working for me. I tried it then I tried it with Firefox. I tried it with Safari. Nothing would work, and now I downloaded Chrome, and now it's working. So have no idea what's going on there. Sonia Lavova Vea233 writes, are you weary of going on a cruise during hurricane season? Super discounts, but too scary for me. And any experience? Well, I think the reason I would be a little bit weary about booking a cruise during hurricane season, I mean, hurricane season is so long, and I'm sure that I have cruised during hurricane season. I am less afraid of being on a ship and being in a really bad storm than I'm afraid of booking a cruise and then it not ending up being the cruise that I wanted to cruise on because of bad weather and us not being able to get to certain ports. So you might book a cruise and think that you're going to be visiting like 4 islands in a week. And then because the weather's so bad, you might have like 5 sea days and only go to Nassau. And that would be disappointing to me. Carolyn Novak says, I blame the cone lady and the cat for the crash. Well, the cone lady's not here right now, but maybe she's watching and she has some sort of, you know, connections to the internet mafia and got me kicked out. And the cat, as soon as I turn on this light, you see this ring light, you can see the reflection in the window back here. As soon as I turn that on, the cat disappears. So I don't think she has anything to do with it either. I would love it if she would come and sit here so you guys could see her as well, but she doesn't like this light. And Barry Holman just gave me a really nice super chat. Thank you so much, Barry. I feel so good that it's working again now. And if the connection disappears again, then I'm really going to be frustrated. And sorry that I'm kind of squirming, but I've got my camera or my computer set up on this little table here, and I either have to straddle it or put my legs to one side or the other side, and it's not very comfortable. So before I do this again, and I will do this again, I have to find a better way to set this up. Oh, another really nice super chat here. Mountaineer828. Thank you so much, Michael. And oh, it's Amanda and Michael. Now I know who you guys are. They participate over at patreon.com/veryunofficial. So thank you guys so much. They want to know, if time and money weren't factors, what would be your first choice dream cruise? If time and money weren't a factor. It's so hard to pick. I would love to do another transatlantic cruise. And then on, I know this doesn't sound very exotic, but I'd love to do a transatlantic cruise like on the Anthem or on the Oasis or maybe the Bliss, and then do it in the Haven. I think that would be really cool. Or on one of the bigger Royal Caribbean ships, like if I was going to do it on NCL, then it would be in the Haven, and I would otherwise maybe want to try it on one of the bigger Royal Caribbean ships and do it in one of the big suites. I think that would sound fun. And I think I remember reading somebody had written before that they asked me if I would consider retiring and living on a cruise ship. And I love cruising, but I don't know if I would want to like spend my life on one. I mean, like Marcus and I have done 2 cruises that were over a week in length. One of them was our transatlantic cruise, and that was 13 days. And one of them was our first Mediterranean cruise, and that was 14 days in an inside cabin, by the way. And I think that's about as long as I enjoy being on a cruise ship. And then I'm happy to be back on land again. So Amanda and Michael, I hope that you are happy with that answer. I did my best to answer it. And thank you guys again for all your support. Robert Chancer asked a question that I've been asked a lot, actually, as well. And that's if I've ever considered, or will I ever consider, doing a river cruise. And I have to say, everything that I like about ocean cruising is missing from river cruises. So the shows, the entertainment, the pools, the water slides, the casinos, all those things are not available on river cruises. So that is, you know, for me, it just is not a very attractive option to me. And also, compared to ocean cruises, they're just really expensive. It's a totally different budget area. And so I can't imagine spending that much money and getting so little of what I'm interested in cruising. Do you know what I mean? That doesn't mean that I think that they're bad. That doesn't mean that I think that it's not something you should spend your money on if you want to do it. I just know that I don't want to do it, really. You know what I mean? Bill Stevens, also a super chat. Thank you so much, Bill. Thanks for the post and the channel. Well, yeah, Bill, thanks for hanging out. I'm glad you're here I'm glad you find me entertaining, and I'm glad you come back to watch. And I mentioned this before in the beginning of the other video, and it's just a little self-conscious thing I have here. My lip is split here. So if you're watching this and you're thinking, geez, why doesn't he wipe off his face when he's done eating? This is like a painful owie. I have this problem with really dried lips in the winter, and no matter what I do, they don't get better. And now it's even like splitting open. So that's my world. Sydney Forrester writes, what about cruising with Viking or Virgin? Well, I think Viking only does river cruises, don't they? And I would love to cruise with Virgin. I did a video recently sort of reviewing some of the information that they put online already about their ship and their itineraries, and I think that that would be a lot of fun. So, you know, watch this space. Maybe I will cruise with Viking. Let's see what some of you guys are saying here. H.A. Bracken writes, I went on a Rhine River cruise at age 60. Everyone was easily 10, 15 years older than I was. Yeah, so another reason why, you know, that's just another thing that interests me less than going on an ocean cruise. Bran Revlis, or Revli, writes, I know you love Disney and cruises, but do you ever go to all-inclusives? Sure. It's not truly seeing the world, but sometimes it's nice to just chill on the beach. Bren, thank you for asking that question, because that's something that I talk about, or that I would like to talk about more, and that is, I love doing all-inclusive resorts, and Marcus and I have been to a few of them, and I've been to a few of them on my own, and I actually worked at one for 2 weeks. I did it was like the guest performer there for 2 weeks, and I love that kind of vacation. The thing is, though, that I feel like the videos that I would make of those aren't really interesting. So if I were to do another all-inclusive resort, it would be only as a vacation for me. And I don't know why. I would just much rather, well, no, I do know why. I would just much rather do things that make great videos, because I really enjoy to make the videos to help other people plan and know what to expect in their on their vacation. So I'm not against all-inclusive resorts, and I have done them, and I would like to do more of them, but just whenever we sit down and start planning a vacation, I don't know, I just start thinking, oh, okay, but we should really do another cruise, or we should really go back to Disney, or we should go to another Disney park. And so that's why you don't see more of those. But yeah, I like those as well. Connie Johnson is back. Thank you for coming back, Connie. Ika Mouse says, you look fabulous. Who are you talking to? Me? Superstaria Knows How says, Virgin doesn't have water slides. Very good point. Very good point. But they have a lot of other really cool looking things to do. Jamie 5303 writes, 20 days to Anthem. Any advice? I think what you mean is in 20 days you're going to be cruising on the Anthem of the Seas, and you're wondering if I have any advice for you. Well, like I was saying before, I think the best advice I can give you is, first of all, watch all my videos. I'm not saying that like to promote myself, but I try to make the videos to show you the most important things that you need to know about the cabin, about the ships, about the restaurants, about the bars, about the shows. And I made a whole like playlist of videos about the Anthem of the Seas. So if you watch all those and you still have a question, then get in touch with me on Facebook or write me a direct message on Instagram or something. I think that's a good way to do it. Precious Snowflake asks, when people meet me, do they ask me to do the cone lady? No, nobody's ever asked me to do it in person, but some of you have sent me little videos or pictures of you doing the cone lady, and I love it. Every time it makes me so happy. So Corrine or Corina Hunter gave me a super chat. Thank you so much. Bermuda Ideas, NCL Gem from Boston in April. Actually, Corina, you wrote from, but I know what you mean. Bermuda Ideas. Well, like I was saying, I think it was to Barry earlier. I loved Bermuda. I was there for two and a half days, or yeah, 2.5 days, or was it 3.5 days? I was there in the Anthem of the Seas. I made a lot of videos about it, about how to get around, about Horseshoe Bay, and about walking around in the pier area. So my best tip is if you are into beaches, then go to Horseshoe Beach. And when you get there, walk further along the beach, because the further away you get from where the taxis and the buses let you out, the more picturesque and the more tranquil it becomes. And bring your own food with you. So when you get off the ship, go to one of the convenience stores there, like right in the port area, and buy a bunch of bottles of water, maybe buy some bottles of beer or some cocktails in a can or something, get some sandwiches made and pack those all up and bring them with you, because it'll just be much more convenient and much less expensive than if you leave your place where you're sitting on the beach to go back to the restaurant at the beach to eat. I hope that helps you. Jenny H writes, Morgan is awesome about responding to questions. Well, thank you, Jenny H. You're awesome for being here and giving me compliments. You know, in the world of YouTube, it's it's not like you get a lot of compliments. And the more people who watch my videos, the more attention that my channel gets, the more hate and the more like rude comments that I get as well. And usually they don't bother me. And a lot of times I think it's kind of funny, actually. But it's just nice when somebody says something nice as well. And like I said, I always get so happy when you guys send me pictures from your trips. Like people write to me to say, look, Morgan, we're on the Navigator of the Seas and we booked this because of watching your videos. Thank you so much. Or people send me videos of them imitating the cone lady, or I've gotten videos of people imitating the cone lady. And I love that. It makes me so happy to know that you guys think about me when you're traveling as well. Cheri Coos or Cheri Coos or Cheri Coos writes, hello from Minnesota. Hello. You know, I grew up in St. Paul, right? The snow is melting. I've heard you guys are going to have some major flooding coming up. I'm so sorry about that, but I don't miss it at all. Stephanie Christie. Oh, that's a good question. Writes, what level are you in Crown and Anchor? What are the different levels? I think I'm the 3rd level up. You would think that I was a higher level, but I'm actually not. So can somebody write in the comments what the levels are? And then I think it's the 3rd level up. You're in West St. Paul. Wow, we were almost neighbors. Audra Olson writes, my husband and I joke about the cone lady all the time. You are so entertaining and funny. Well, thank you so much. You know, maybe the reason that I'm having this problem with my lips is it's like karma for making fun of her and like selling merchandise that's sort of mocking her, even though I have no idea who she is. And I'm sure and I really hope she's never seen any of my videos. So gold, platinum, emerald, actually. So to answer the question, what level am I in Crown and Anchor? I think I'm either high platinum or low emerald. I don't know exactly. And I have to say that over the years since we started cruising, our first cruise was a Royal Caribbean ship about 9 years ago, I think. And even since then, I've just noticed that the perks for staying true to the cruise lines, they're just shrinking and shrinking and shrinking. And it's almost not worth it anymore as far as I'm concerned to really stay loyal to any specific cruise line, just because I feel like every year and with every cruise, the perks go down. It's just like frequent flyer miles. Michelle Laufenberg, I love sea days, and I'm thinking about booking a cruise. March in 2020, Allure of the Seas, 12 days cruise with 9 sea days. Well, that sounds like the perfect thing for you to do. Are you asking me for approval? I mean, that sounds like exactly like what you're looking for. And the Allure of the Seas is an amazing ship. Is it a transatlantic cruise, or what does it do for 12 days where you have so many sea days? Let me see what else is going on here. Virginia writes, Kevin and I are sailing on the MSC Seaside in 2 months. Oh, it's hard to say that. A lot of S's. MSC Seaside. It's hard to sound masculine saying that. MSC Seaside. Was the credit card linking process time-consuming, and how formal was formal night on the Meraviglia? All right, those are 2 questions, and I will gladly answer both of them for you guys. So one of them is Virginia. The other one is for Kevin. I'm just kidding. The credit card linking process, once I understood that I had to do it, and that's weird what they're talking about, and I'll be talking about this in a video coming up on my channel when I start posting the videos from my Meraviglia cruise, was different than on other cruise ships I've been on, where you either put your credit card, you link your credit card to your file before you get on board, or you do it while you're checking in the harbor. On the Meraviglia, you take your credit card to like a machine once you get on board. And so to answer your question, it was super easy. Once I found the machine and understood that that's how we had to do it, it was, excuse me, it was like paying for anything else. You click a few times on the screen, and then you swipe your card, and then you have to sign it with, you know, like the like iPad pen, and that's it. And that was done. So not time consuming at all. I think maybe if you do it like right away on embarkation day, you might have to wait, you know, a couple people, but ours went really quickly. How formal was formal night on the Meraviglia? Well, remember that we did a Mediterranean cruise like in the middle of the year. So not like school holidays or anything. So it was a lot of adults, it was a lot of Europeans, and I felt like the formal night was quite formal, but we didn't go formal. We wore nice jeans and a button-up shirt, but no tie, no blazer, no jacket or anything like that. And I felt fine as well. So, you know, as with any formal night, you can be as formal or as non-formal as you want. It just depends on, I guess, your level of confidence and where it is you really want to be hanging out on the ship. Michelle says, yes, transatlantic. Okay, so that's what I was thinking. I definitely think you should go for it. That sounds like a great cruise for you. Beef brisket, 168 writes, do you eat so much food, wait, it just skipped up here. Do you eat so much food you can't move on your cruises? Yes. Yes, I have been to that place many times while on cruises where you think, you know, I really am not hungry anymore, but there's all those desserts and I might as well just go take a cupcake. Who knows when it'll be the next time I'll have another cupcake. You know what I mean? So yes, I've definitely done that. And beef brisket, I'm pretty sure that most anybody here who has been on a cruise has felt that feeling as well. And I just got another fun or another awesome super chat here from Brad Jackson. Thank you so much, Brad. Brad writes, I just found your videos while at work last night. Welcome, Brad. It's nice to see you. Everybody say hi to Brad. Sure made the night go by faster. Here is to another night shift in Tennessee. Well, thanks, Brad. You must be just waking up now, right? And yeah, reading things like that also make me so happy. Brad, what was the first, what video of mine was the first one that you came upon? And were you searching for something and you clicked on one of my videos, or was it like a suggested video to some other video? Let me know. I'm just curious. I'm always interested to hear. Sorry, I gotta stretch my legs again. I'm always interested to hear like how people show up at my channel. Like, what's the first thing that they see? So, Brad, waiting for your answer there. By the way, you guys, I can show you a little secret right now, and it's something that has to do with what's going on below my waist. And no, it's not that. I have some slippers that I like to wear around the house to keep my feet warm, but they're wet at the moment. Long story. So my mom came to visit me once, and she bought herself some slippers in the airport, and she left them here, but they're really comfortable. So I'm wearing them now, but I have to show you guys this, and this is going to be probably the highlight of this video. And for anybody who's watching it right now, I'm not going to mention it in the past, and so or in the future, so you'll see it now. These are what I'm wearing right now on my feet. Maybe I should make this the thumbnail. What do you think? What do you guys think about those slippers? Kim Surette says, hey, from Quebec, Canada. I always look forward to your videos. Well, merci, Kim. I'm glad you're here. Do you speak Quebecois? I speak a little bit of Quebecois because I worked with a bunch of people from Montreal, but I don't remember really how to say anything useful, mostly just insulting stuff, because that's what you learn, you know? Those are the important first things. Yes, those are tulips on my slippers. Hey, Sylvie, nice to see you. I didn't see you here earlier, so it's nice to see you here. Tracy Dunderdale says, ha ha ha, definitely make it the thumbnail. I know, right? I probably should. So Bran Revlis writes, I think my first vid was you trying to prove how impossible it is to fall off the balcony. LMAO. Yes, I'm glad. A lot of people have seen that video. And you know what? A lot of people write mean things on that video. That one as well. No, that's the video that I get the most mean comments on. And it's from people thinking that I'm actually going to show somebody falling off the ship in the video. And yeah, then they're disappointed. So Brad, I'm still waiting for your answer about what was the first video of mine that you saw. I would be really interested to know that. Connie Johnson writes that that's all she can do in German as well, is probably swear. I think that's what you mean, right? Oh yeah, so you guys tell me about the first video you saw of mine. Mountaineer 828 says, I think our first video we saw of yours a few years ago was how to get free drinks on a cruise. It was a suggested video after searching for cruise tips. We've been watching since. Well, thank you. I'm glad you guys are here. Okay, Brad says, I think a video about Coco K. I was watching, or Coco Key, I always say that wrong. I was watching the last video Josh Holcomb had posted and yours came up as a suggestion. All right, cool. Thanks for that answer. And you know, I was looking at the thumbnail for the Coco Key video because it always pops up in my analytics as one of my most popular videos. And gosh, I wish I still had that body. I don't look like that with my shirt off anymore. That was a while ago. Beef Brisket 168 says, Morgan, since you said Quebecois, you probably know tabernac. Of course I do. Lucia Soto says, OMG, I got my 1-year-old daughter the same slippers in Holland. She loves them. They're really comfortable and they're really warm. This is what we're talking about, by the way. How cool am I? Van socks and then these slippers. That's my life, people. That's my life. All right. I'm going to answer a few more questions, and then I got to wrap it up here. But I'm going to answer some more questions before then. TYINYVR. I don't know if that's Tivner or if you guys know who, or you know I'm talking to you. Right, I'm going on the Ovation of the Seas from Sydney down under in November. My first Royal Caribbean cruise. How different is my time dining than NCL Freestyle? I would have to say it's basically the same thing. I don't remember really there being any difference to it at all, to tell you the truth. The Gym 49 writes, my first video was your what to do in Nassau video. I was intrigued because it was only 2 to 3 minutes. FYI, fantastic advice for Nassau. You know, Atlantis and the Aquaventure Park and the aquarium at Atlantis are fantastic to visit, but they're only for people with a really big budget. So if you have a small budget, stay on the ship. That's what I always say. Oh wait, it just jumped up again. Kamika Gomez writes, I ran across your videos a couple weeks ago while looking for videos on Harmony of the Seas. We are going on the Harmony in June. Oh, you're going to love it. As you saw from my videos, it is an amazing ship. I had a great time until I slid open my foot at the beach. But, you know, that made for interesting stories and a cool video. Dimitri Capois writes, I found you because of your videos with pier runners, and I became your fan after your story about the Coon incident. Have you seen the original video like that I made on the day where I met her or the day after I met her? That is in my Epic playlist from my first cruise, my transatlantic cruise on the Epic. And I think that the title, so you can search for it if you want to, is called Does Botox Make You... BITCHY. Actually, but that's what it says in the thumbnail. But I don't remember the actual name of the video, but you'll know when you see it. Grayson Wood writes, I definitely found you through cruising. I can't remember which was the first video, but I've probably seen them all. Well, thank you, Grayson. And thanks for hanging out and coming back to this chat. For anybody who doesn't know, I started a chat and then YouTube kicked me out. And so this is like my third attempt tonight, but it seems to be working well. And there's a lot of you here, and I've been having a really great time talking to you guys. Hi, Cat Rose. Shannon Blakely wants to know, what YouTube channels do I watch? Well, I think we all probably watch a lot of the same videos. You know, like I like Tim Tracker and I like Justin Scard, and there's quite a few others that I watch. Like, geez, now that I try to think of them, I can't name. I do have one guilty pleasure YouTuber, and that is I like to watch Trisha Paytas. I don't know why. I find her entertaining. Sometimes she gets really dramatic, and then a couple months will go by and I won't watch her. And then all of a sudden one of her videos will show up in my feed and I'll watch it again and I'll be like, okay, we're friends again. Do you guys know what I mean? Like a guilty pleasure YouTuber, somebody that just like, I don't know, you just watch for entertaining purposes. Silver Rabbit writes, transatlantic cruise, do you return to the port you left? No, that's why it's called transatlantic, because you go across the Atlantic, either from Europe to the United States or from the United States to Europe. That's how it works. I mean, and as far as I know now, except for the Queen Mary, I don't think there's any ship that like just goes back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Usually, many ships leave Florida, or like the southern United States in the spring to come over to do a Mediterranean cruise in the summer. And then in the fall, all those ships go back to Florida. So that's when the transatlantic cruises happen. And most of the ships will only do 2 transatlantic cruises a year, one time to Europe and then one time back to the United States. Drew Christie writes, I can't remember the first video, but it definitely was a cruise video. Love videos from Justin Scard and Adam the Woo. Oh yeah, I watch Adam the Woo as well. I mean, Adam the Woo is one of kind of the first like really big vloggers that dealt with theme park stuff. And I remember when Justin Scard had just started posting videos, he only had like 5,000 subscribers. I wrote to him to ask if he wanted to collab with me, and he never wrote back. And I've actually written to Tim Tracker as well, and Tim did write back, but he basically said that they're so busy and they have to be really picky about who it is they collaborate with. And I'm sure that, you know, when you look at the size of his channel and the size of my channel, I can, you know, I understand why he wouldn't want to take his time out to, you know, to set up a collab with me. All right, just a couple more questions, you guys, and then I'm going to say goodnight here. Sarah Petty writes, hi, Morgan, I found you a year or so ago through your Harmony of the Seas videos. We are sailing on, did I read this already? We are sailing on Harmony in June. Your videos are so helpful in making that decision. It will be a first cruise. Oh, okay. No, I haven't read this one already. And Sarah, thank you so much for writing. And I'm really happy that my videos could help you. And these are the kind of things that make me happy is, of course, I enjoy doing the traveling as well. So I do it partially for selfish reasons because I like to travel, I like to cruise, I like all those things involved. But the whole time I'm doing it, when I'm filming, I'm thinking, how can I help people prepare for what's coming up for them or make the decision? So Sarah, when you write that watching my videos helped you make the decision to cruise on the Harmony of the Seas, it's like, yes, you know, nailed it. So I'm really happy about that. I'm just reading through the other channels that you guys watch, and yeah, I have watched a lot of those as well. Lalita Loca, Don's Family Vacations, Justin Scard. Yeah, I've seen all of those. So you guys, I think I'm going to wrap it up here. But like I said, thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for coming back after YouTube booted me out the first time. I still don't understand what happened. It was working fine, and then it just stopped working, and I couldn't get back online, even though I had internet. And yeah, thanks everybody for coming, and stay tuned, because coming up next Friday is going to be another Disney video, and then next week, Sunday, will be another Sunday Sofa Time that I'm going to be recording in advance from here in front of this sofa that really, it looks a totally different color in this light with the camera on my Mac, doesn't it? It looks so much better in my big camera. So good night, everybody. I'm not going to go to bed immediately, so it will still be online a little bit longer, but I'm going to stop the live stream. And yeah, and then Marcus and I are going to sit down on the other sofa over here, which is blue, and probably watch some Netflix together, because he's going to be gone again starting tomorrow, and I won't see him for the rest of the week. So thanks, everybody, and I'm signing out here. Bye-bye.